Hi YouTube, it's me, Karin Fisher, back with another video. This video will be considerably shorter. I've got a few sales to show you, 12 sales that I've had in November, December. Not all my sales, just my interesting ones. I'm also going to do the Christmas questions. Nobody tagged me because I've not been doing YouTube very long and I'm quite flaky, I know that. But I just thought I'd answer the questions. Something to fill the time with. I'm hoping I get through this whole video. I don't like editing. I like to just do one take. My husband's at work. Monty's in the living room sleeping. I gave him the inside of a kitchen roll to keep him entertained. That lasted all of 2 seconds. Then he started crying. So this is my third attempt at doing this video, so hopefully I'll get through it this time. I'm sorry I've not been on for a while. I had a few problems, which I won't go into, you know. But I want to say to all my reseller friends and all my friends on the Tap Chat Facebook group, all my friends on Instagram and as I said, the Facebook Tap Chat group, all my friends basically, and all the people that wrote comments on the YouTube video as well. Thank you very much for being very kind, very supportive and encouraging me, because I did feel like, should I bother doing YouTube? Have I got anything interesting to say? I would say no, I haven't got anything interesting to say. I'm just showing you what I buy, what I sell, things to look out for, pretty much what any other YouTuber does. I don't know if there's anyone my kind of age in my situation doing the videos. I know a lot of people don't say their personal stuff. With me, it's what you see is what you get. So as I said, if you're new to watching me, hello, I'm Karin. Karin, like car insurance without the assurance on the end. I was born in Germany. That's why I have the strange name. It's a German name. It's not that strange, people just pronounce it differently. Karin is the proper German way to say it. It would be much easier if my name was spelt C-A-R-R-I-N, because then people would say it properly, because I get called all sorts, but that's okay. If you're watching this, you know how to say my name properly, so yes. Shall we get on and see some sales? Oh, I have my Christmas jumper on. I shall stand up and show you. Penguin. And I have my penguin earrings in. I also have a Christmas headband that I made myself. I actually made 12. We're going to my sister-in-law's on Boxing Day, and I thought it'd be fun to make them for all the ladies. I do this every time. It's the angle. It's backwards. Yeah, I made these for all the ladies. Not these particular ones. Like different designs. So I've got like trees, candy canes, and stockings. So I made some anyway for all the ladies to wear. I thought it'd be a fun thing to do, and I might make myself some. I made a black one of these and I made a denim one, and I like it, and I thought if I wear it, that's going to stop me faffing about with my hair, because I always in every video faff about with my hair, so apologies for that. And I've got to stop saying apologies for that. I've got to stop saying sorry. It's a bad habit. I have it and I want to stop it. So I shall now flick you over to webcam and browser and show you my first sale. Just move you across a little bit there. Can you see the heading? Yes, you can. Right, so I bought 2 of these. I don't know if I've mentioned in a previous video or not. So Spock, my first experience with Spock, and I just thought I'd give it a go. It was back in August. Someone was selling this one and Optimus Prime, and I got the 2 for 20 quid, and they delivered them to me, which was really handy because I don't have a car. I sold Optimus Prime for 23, I think, and this one I kept reducing the price. I had it on 35, and I just kept reducing the price till it sold. But I don't think I've had feedback on this one, but I'm assuming the person's alright because I sold it on the 28th of November, so, and I haven't heard anything. And the other one, I think I said in a previous video, I had a lot of trouble with Hermes with that, with sending that. It took ages. I think it took 18 or 19 days in the end. I didn't realise, I thought I'd selected 3 to 5 days, and as you can see on there it says 15 to 16 days. So no wonder the stuff wasn't selling that I'd put with my Hermes, because it had a ridiculous delivery date on. So anyway, I've decided I'm just going to take the hit and just use Parcel Force or Royal Mail. Or, well, I'm going to go on Parcel Monkey, I think, if I've got anything big, but I don't. My plan for the future is stuff that fits in a my mind's gone blank. What do I want to say? A grey bag. You know, the grey poly bags, that's it. I want to try and do high-end high street shoes and a few things that are different. I mean, I like to do the odd different thing, but I know I think I know more about fashion than I do anything else, and I think you should stick to what you know when you're starting out until you learn more. I've always loved shoes. I did have loads of shoes until recently, because I sold quite a few of them. And I used to work in an ex-catalogue shop, so I'm quite good with brand names and what to look out for, what sells. Yeah, so I'm sticking with high-end high street. I mean, a lot of the stuff that I've sold myself isn't really high-end high street, really. It's my stuff that I've got rid of, and a lot of my office wear that I've sold has just been high street, you know. But I want to try and look out for quality items more, spend a bit more, and hopefully get a bigger, a bigger profit. I'm going to put you down a little bit, because I keep looking down, don't I? Right, so my first sale, interesting sale, is the Bumblebee. It was in great condition. They both were in great condition. I was really pleased when I bought them. So they took a while, they sat there for a while, they gathered dust for a while, then I thought I'm going to box them both up, because they both took ages to box. So I boxed them both up really well. Yeah, so I'm pleased with that, because they were quite big boxes. I've not got a very big room here. Yeah, they were quite big boxes. So it was an experiment. I wanted to see how long it took to sell. They've both sold before Christmas, which is really good. So not sure if I'll get them again. If I get one ridiculously cheap, then yes, I will go for that. Right, next one. These I purchased in Felixstowe. I think I paid $3.99 for them. They look quite not bad there. They are really. If I show you the look at the soles of those, really well worn. They were leather sole and leather upper, and I put on in my description, really well worn, no need to break in. There I put good. I don't know if you can see that at the bottom. Good condition, no need to break in, well worn, because they really were well worn. Of course they're my size 6, so I did have a little go. Tried to remember some of my tap dancing from when I was like 7. I couldn't really get a decent. It didn't sound right when I done it anyway, so I sold them pretty much as soon as I listed them, so I was really pleased with that. That was the top end of what that make Roche Valley was going for, which I'm quite surprised. I was expecting to get more. When I seen they were all leather, and you know, I try and pick up leather shoes, I thought, oh, they're going to sell for more than that, but they didn't. But they sold straight away, so I don't know. I looked, I mean, there was some on there that sold for less than that, and they were in better condition, so I don't know. Oh, sorry, hit the mic. Sorry if that was a bang there. Yeah, so that's my next interesting sale. Next one is the leather jacket finally sold. I'm trying to think when I picked this up. It was in the summer. Was it in the summer? It was when I went to town. It'll be on one of my previous videos. I started off a bit higher, but I had so many watches galore, and someone said try putting the price up, it might sell, which I did do for a little while, didn't work, so put the price back down again. I think it took 3 cycles to sell. I ended up sticking with the word retro instead of the word vintage. There's a bit of a discussion going on about vintage, retro, what do you put? I've now learned that retro means in a vintage style, so I don't know if it was correct putting retro, but anyway, I kept swapping them around, vintage, retro. I stuck with that, it sold. So I mean, I was pretty brutal in the description. Both the inside of the cuffs were very well worn, as you can see there. The satin, I mean, someone must have really loved this jacket. I mean, the leather was okay. It was a weird sort of printed leather. Not printed. Looks like it's been crushed up and then straightened out again. It's weird. Yeah, someone must have really loved it. It smelt very strongly of perfume and cigarettes. I did put that in the description. I think I paid £8 or £9. Not 100% on that. So I'm happy that sold in the end. All day long, if ever you see Clark's shoes and they're in good condition, buy them all day long. Every time I see Clark's, I buy them and I sell them like that. Okay, not the highest price in the world. You can get more for, I mean, I sold some knee-high boots for like 45 quid. But look, just the pumps, just the bog standard pumps. I mean, these are suede, that have gone for £22.99, and they went pretty much as soon as I put them on again with those. So if ever you see Clark's and they're in good condition, pick them up, because I think people associate Clark's with good, with quality, hard wearing shoes, and that's what they want. And if they want to pay less than what they're going to pay in the shop, they'll do that if they're in good condition. These were in really nice. I mean, I don't know, my husband's been mucking about with his computer and the screen looks really weird to me, so I hope it comes across better to you than what it does to me. All these pictures look really dark to me. Please tell me I've got a picture of this. Yeah, I have. Yeah, the soles were in, I mean, they look like they've barely been worn. So yeah, I'm happy with that sale. I'm always happy with a sale. I don't know why I've come into this habit of saying yes, I'm happy with that sale. I'm happy with all my sales. Right, next one is one top I've showed on a previous video. Now to me, I can barely see that. I don't know if you can. I'm hoping you can. It was a really lovely 100% silk Ted Baker top. I think, oh, correct me if I'm wrong, I can't even remember what I paid. Anyway, I think I started off at £30 and it didn't sell, so I reduced it. It took a couple of cycles again, but I've sold it. So I'm really happy. There's my tick again. I'm really happy with that sale. This one is one of the first things I bought when I decided to start reselling. My husband picked it up and said, "Oh, this looks interesting." And I said, "Oh yes, it does." It's not leather. It was quite well worn, but I thought it was quite unusual because it's a name I never heard of, which is Fred and Ginger. Where's my picture? I must have a picture of the... See, my pictures aren't that great here because I would have took a picture of the actual... The inside was really lovely, really clean. Looked like it hadn't been used much. Loads of compartments. No, I haven't. I would have took a close-up picture of the Fred and Ginger sign. Oh, what is my stupid computer doing? Can you zoom? Yeah, there you go. Yeah, so it's like a metal tag. It says Fred and Ginger. Very, I put rare because I see nothing like it. No solds, no completeds. All they had was Fred and Ginger clutch bags. So I thought, oh, I think I started off at like 16 and I've just been reducing it and it's finally sold. So that's good, finally out of the way. I shared this, I think, on the Tat Chat. Picked up for £1.50 again in Felixstowe. Sold for £19.99. This is the 2007 version of the Pound Puppies. I know there's 80s ones as well, but this was in really lovely condition. You know, it's obviously not been played with because the tags were still on. It's still got the little tag that I think you pick a name and you write it on. There you go. You pick a name and you write it on. I don't know. Oh, hang on. I don't know if anybody knows. It can help me out. It has a number on it. Now, I know sometimes they stamp a number on when they only make a limited quantity, quantity, so I'm not sure if that's the case with those. As I said, 2007. So I thought, don't know if that's going to sell, and it did. So that's really great that it sold before Christmas. Bit of a fail, this one. Again, when I first started, August, when I went to the tabletop sale, when I bought the typewriter, the golf shoes, this was the last thing that I had to sell from that particular tabletop sale, and it was a realism board game, and it was new and sealed, and I think I started off quite high and kept reducing it, and it finally sold. I do all my stuff free postage unless it's an auction, because me personally, when I'm buying on eBay, I always look for free postage. Obviously, if it's something I really want and it's got postage, and the price of it plus the postage works out cheaper than an item with free postage, then I will buy the item with postage. But I think free postage attracts more buyers, and also I think that there are people that do the drop down. What is wrong with my brain today? I've had enough sleep. The drop down box, the filters, and they put in free postage. So I don't know if that works, but that's what I'm sticking to. It's working for me at the minute, so I'm going to stick with free postage. Next sale is from August bank holiday car boot that I went to, and I picked these up for £1 with the box. They look quite good on that picture, but they were very well worn. I suppose there are women out there that like, or men, I don't know. Again, this could have gone to a man that wanted some well worn shoes. I don't know, a shoe sniffer. But I suppose there is a bonus to wearing well worn shoes, in the fact that you don't have to wear them in. It did have some diamantes missing. It had 2 missing there and 1 missing there, and as you can see by the soles, I don't know what the woman was doing when she got all that. It's like clay stuff. Hang on, I'll zoom in. Yes, I'm moving the mouse over. Why aren't you zooming? There we go, thank you. I don't know where she went, or the state of some nightclubs. It looks like clay. I couldn't get it off anyway. I got the sticky stuff off, look there, with my sticky stuff remover. The stickers were still partially on, but that was the best I could do. Anyway, they sold for £8.99 with free shipping. Sorry, Caroline, couldn't help myself there. Caroline from the Celtic Traders, she always goes free shipping. Next sale, more clocks. These are wide fit. Again, I don't know. See, that looks better. That looks brighter to me. I don't know what my husband's been doing with the computer. It looks terrible. I just hope you can see it okay. Yeah, these were in really nice condition. Size 7 wide fit, so more like a size 8. Bit of wear on the sole there, but the insides were really nice leather. So they went for £21.99. Sorry. And these are what I showed on my previous pickups video. I think I was a bit, I mean, I really want to try and stick to size 5, 6 and 7. 5 and 6 really, because they're the main size what people are. These are a 4, so I thought they'd take a little while, and they did take a little while. But they went for £27.99, and I've had really excellent feedback off them, which is good, because they were not 100%. I didn't notice when I bought them in the charity shop. I think I paid a tenner. Yes, I did. I paid a tenner for them. But they did actually have, I don't know if you can see, there's a mark there. Yeah, which I couldn't get off. I've bought some suede cleaner now, some suede spray. You have to be careful with that, but because it does stain. And there's some marks on the inside there from her jeans, the previous wearer's jeans. But it did have the heel tip still there, and the soles are in good condition. So I was happy with that, 28 quid. So I don't know how much profit that works out at, but A sale's a sale. And I'm going to end on my penguin, my wheezy penguin. Picked him up in Felixstowe as well. He's part of my £1 challenge, or Carla's £1 challenge, where you get a tin. I think it started on the 1st of December. You get a tin, you take £1, spend £1 on whatever profit you make. So that's minus fees, minus postage, minus the £1 that you paid for it. You put that in a tin and you keep doing that, keep repeating that for the year until the 1st December 2018, and there you've got yourself some Christmas money. So that's what I'm going to do. I did save money for the first time this Christmas, but it wasn't my money. I saved money for my husband. I've got an ISA, and every month I was transferring £50 to begin with and then £100 the last few months into the ISA, so we'd have some money, because my husband gets paid on the 20th of every month, and every year it's such a mad rush when he gets paid to get the presents, the food, everything. So I said to him, this year we're going to do it differently. So we did, and it's been so much less stressful. So much easier. So much easier to get everything done, buy all the presents. The only thing I wasn't organised with was my cards. I posted my cards to my friends and family on Wednesday, which is very unorganised for me. I'm usually like 1st December send all my cards, so I shall make a note to be more organised next year. And I didn't get all the Christmas sewing I wanted to get done. I've got a panel of advent calendar stockings, and I was planning on doing that this year, and that didn't happen, so I shall do that next year. I also have a table runner to sew as well. So next year, and also I don't think I realised how much time I would invest into reselling. It takes a lot longer than you think it does, and I think people who don't resell think it's very, very easy, and you just go oh, it's on, oh, I've sold it, and it's not like that at all. You have to research the item, you have to work out your postage, you've got to take photos, you've got to list it, you might have to clean the item, you might have to prep the item. You know, people don't take that into consideration, and my sister-in-law is probably not going to be the happiest with me, because she gave me a load of her stuff. She's moving house in January. She gave me a load of her clothes and shoes in October to sort out and list, and we were going to split the profit, and I've listed one thing, a leather jacket. So I really must get on that ASAP, because yeah, it's not fair on her. I said I'd do it, and I haven't, because I've been concentrating on my stuff, and my covers have sold really well this Christmas. In the past I've probably had more listed than what I have, to be fair. I've had a lot of people saying, when are you going to have new covers, messaging me. Like, I have regulars that buy off me all the time, and because I enjoy this more, because I've been doing my covers for a few years, and it's I shouldn't moan, because it's a good thing. It's a good thing, and they always sell. But this is more interesting. But I will still carry on doing my covers. I've got some new fabrics. Just had them delivered the other day, so I'm looking forward to next week. I'm gonna stick myself into doing that. I'm gonna try and make 100 covers. That is a long process as well, and people probably don't think. They probably think I just cut a bit of material up and sew it together, which I don't do. Sorry, it's my husband. I was having trouble with the OBS. The sound wasn't working, but I've managed to get it working. It took him, what time are we on? It took him like 45 minutes to reply, but he's at work, so I've worked it out myself. Off on a tangent there again. Sorry. What was I saying? I've completely gone off on a tangent anyway. What the hell? Yes. Right. Sorry. I'm going to be really rude and text him, because otherwise he's going to keep texting. Yes, got it working. There we go. Right. So this is the final sale I'm going to show you. I paid 50p for it in Felixstowe in October. but I hadn't listed it or anything. It was a charity shop, which is, I can never remember what it's called. It's a Suffolk charity. It's a Felixstowe charity, I think. And my mum knew the woman that worked in there. Not that helped at all. He's just put, my husband's just put, nice one. So you can do it, because I panic whenever I can't do something. I panic and say, oh, Darren, and instead of just figuring it out myself, and I need to stop asking him all the time, because I do that. I'm terrible. I do it with everything. I couldn't get the printer to work on the computer when I'd updated it, and I was getting really angry, and he said, have you restarted the computer? And I was like, no. And I restarted the computer and it worked fine. So yeah, I need to stop asking him. Yeah, so it sold for $22.99 anyway. So if you ever see one of these, I'm not sure about the other characters, I didn't look into it. So it's very small, it's only 16 centimetres high. It's got like the protective plastic around the label, so the label was still on. I have seen people sell them without the, gosh, it's slow, the computer. Yeah, I have seen them sell without that label, but obviously they sell for a lot less. So it's got like a protective cover, and it's by Starbean. Yeah. So that was great. I think it works out, yeah, I did work it out, £16 after fees and postage to go in the tin. So that's really good. My other item is a talking, thumping thumper. And I went on somebody else's eBay just to see if it was visible, and it wasn't visible, so I don't know what's going on with that. It has had views. That goes into the old theory of, do eBay turn your listings on and off? Because I could not find it. I wrote in the exact title of what my thumper is on at, and still it didn't come up. So I was quite surprised about that. So yeah, I have had 4 sales since I put my eBay onto 10-day shipping, which was on Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday. I have had 4 sales, so I know that sometimes helps when you put your shipping onto longer. People buy. Yeah, I don't know. No, nobody knows, do they, what eBay do? So ho hum. Yes. So that's all my sales. I haven't got any pickups to show because I haven't bought any. I had planned on going to Whitley Bay, which is down the coast. They've got quite a few charity shops. I had planned on going there, but then we got hit by the snow. The day that I'd planned to go with my husband and the dog, we had that bad snow, so we thought we're not going to do it today. And then I thought, do you know, I've got enough stuff to be getting on with, and then I was feeling a bit rubbish. So I thought, right, just leave that. Might get some more stuff in January, but at the end of January I'm going back to Felixstowe for my mum's birthday, so I shall do some sourcing then. Because as I say, I've got 10 good charity shops in Felixstowe. If there's anyone on here watching from Felixstowe or Ipswich, or don't take everything good, please. Wait, let me get some stuff, please. Yeah, so I think I'll be okay. I think there's enough to go around, isn't there? Yeah. So yes. So I shall. How long have I? Don't know how long I've been on. I really need to start timing myself. There's no timer on the OBS. If somebody knows if there is a way you can put the timer on, I don't know how you do. So I don't know how long I've been on. Oh, there we go. 20. Have I been on 20? There it is at the bottom. I've been on for 29 minutes, so I can do the questions. I'm just not going to be on for an hour like I was last time. Questions. Right. Christmas questions. My favourite Christmas film is a toss-up. Well, actually, it depends on what mood I'm in. I absolutely love The Holiday, which I know a lot of people have said, with Jude Law and what is her name? It's gone out of my head. Kate Winslet, Cameron Diaz and Jack Black. Excellent film. Really feel-good film. Christmassy, snowy, funny, romantic. Just a really good film. If you haven't seen it, I definitely recommend it. Even my husband, who doesn't do rom-coms or anything like that. He likes it. So it's a toss-up between that and A Muppet's Christmas Carol, which I love. It gives me, every time I watch it, it just takes me straight back to when I was a kid. I mean, every year my parents used to buy us a film for us all to share, a video, and one year we got that and we just love it. We just loved it. So I do like, Michael Caine's really good in it. I'm trying to think who else is in it. I haven't watched it for a few years actually. I should watch that. Christmas song. I had to find out what this was called because I didn't know. It depends on what mood I'm in. If I hear this song and I'm in a particularly missing home mood, I will blub like a baby. It's called Carol of the Bells. I'm not going to do a rendition of it because it's very high, but it's that one that goes Merry, Merry, Merry Christmas, Merry, Merry, Merry Christmas, da, 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 da. I have sung it in choir before, when I was in a choir. Yeah, it's a lovely song, lovely, lovely song. I also like Stop the Cavalry by Jonah Louie, I think that's his name. It's not, it's got a section in it that's Christmassy, but really it's about the First World War, isn't it? But it's just such a lovely song, and I think it's the brass band, because brass bands always remind me of Christmas as well. The town that I come from got the Salvation Army. They always go around at Christmas. They go around other times of the year as well, playing songs. It's just lovely. I just love a Christmas song done by a brass band. When do I put the tree up? Always the first weekend of December. As a child, I don't know why my mum done this, but it was the rule where you didn't put the decorations up until after my mum and dad's wedding anniversary, which is the 18th of December. I don't think it's worth it putting decorations up for like a week and a half, personally, but that's what we used to do. So I remember when I was a bit older and I used to get left alone when they went out for a meal, I would put all the decorations up while they were out on their meal, and they'd come home to a nicely decorated house. Yes. Do I peek at presents? No, I don't. I love a surprise. This year, I don't, unless my husband's not told me, but we've just chosen stuff we want, and we've both got them in like sacks, so I haven't even wrapped them, which I know is a bit naff, but the dog, he absolutely loves paper, card, everything like that, and I can just see him just going ballistic and piddling all over the rug or something when he sees all that paper. So we just thought it'd be easy just to put stuff in sacks. So I know what I've got. Darren kind of knows what he's got. He's so hard to buy for. So I've sort of said, do you like this, do you like that? And he's nodded or said no. So he kind of knows what he's got. So he's got more of a surprise than me. But I pretty much know everything unless I say he's got surprised me with something. Who would you kiss under the mistletoe? Well, of course I would kiss you, Darren. But if I had a hall pass and I could kiss someone else, it would probably be Ryan Reynolds, because he's lush. Christmas traditions. Don't really have any. Trying to think. Should have thought of an answer before. I like to cook, and I like to make shortbread every year. It's just nicer than the shop stuff. So I would say my tradition is cooking. Although I did get out of it last year because I went home to my parents last year. My dad does a mean Christmas dinner. But I'm doing it again this year, and my hubby is very happy because he likes my Christmas dinner, and he's looking forward to it just being him and me. We both of us just like to enjoy our dinner, relax, watch telly, watch a movie, just eat and drink, and just be chillaxed. I like that, but I also like doing the games and stuff like that, but he's not into that. So we'll do that Christmas Day, and then Boxing Day we'll go to his family and do all the games, and I'm going to try and get Darren a bit drunk so he actually... What's the word? Can't think of the word. What's the word? Not chills out. So he actually not participate, he does participate. Instead of sitting there and watching everyone else, I want him to get involved. So he might do if he has a few drinks, so I'll keep trying to top his drink up. Do I peek at presents? I was going to tell you about my grandma. She's dead now. She died when I was she died in 2000. But I don't know if my dad told me or granddad told me. She was terrible for peeking at her presents. She was terrible for it. She was known for it, for undoing them and then doing them back up again. So one year my granddad got a cigarette and he wrapped it and he boxed it and he wrapped it and he boxed it and he put this massive box on top of the wardrobe and said, "Don't look at that one, it's a surprise, don't spoil the surprise, you'll be so happy." And then he came home from work one day and she'd unwrapped it all. There was paper, there was boxes everywhere, and she was sitting on the floor going, "You got me a cigarette." So that was to teach her a lesson, apparently. It's quite funny. What do I wear on the day? Comfortable. I wear a jumper dress and leggings, or usually knitwear. Something I'm comfortable in, because as I say, I'm doing all the cooking, and I always wear my Christmas pinny. I've dressed up more on Boxing Day because we usually go somewhere on Boxing Day. As I say, we're going usually to Darren's sisters and see the rest of the family, so I try and dress up a bit more on Boxing Day. What is the day like? I've already sort of said that. Christmas disasters. Touch wood, never had one yet. My poor friends, my besties, Stu and Marie, one year their oven knackered. It broke in the middle of cooking the turkey, so they had to go around someone else's and put it in someone else's oven. I hope I haven't jinxed myself by saying that. Hopefully not. Yeah, I've never had a Christmas disaster, thankfully. What would I like for Christmas? Now, I suppose that's one of the reasons why my hubby hasn't got me anything, because there's nothing I really want. Nothing I can think of, particularly. I mean, what I would really love is money, so that I could afford to have a house here and a house in Felixstowe. I would also like the power to change my husband's mind to try and convince him to move to Felixstowe, because I do really miss my family. But I do like living here. Don't get me wrong, I sound really ungrateful. I do like living here, and obviously I love my husband, and he loves Newcastle. I can't think of anything. Dunno. I would like a new figure, but you can only do that yourself, so I shall try. Highlight of 2017. I would say starting the reselling, starting YouTube, seeing one of Nick's videos and seeing one of Caroline's videos and thinking I could do that, and taking the leap and doing it. I'm just doing YouTube to sort of mark what I've done, because I think often we do things but we don't mark what we've done, and then you forget. You think you're going to remember and you don't, you forget. So this is so I remember what I've done, what I've achieved. And there's probably people watching me right now thinking, well, you haven't achieved much. To me, I have spent the last 3 and a bit years pretty much sitting on my backside doing not a lot, watching television. I did take up the hobby of sewing, which I'd wanted to do for a long time, but I've not done much for the last 3 years, apart from being quite a bit of pain and be very tired. So I feel like this has given me a new lease of life. It really has. And my highlight actually is meeting all of you, not physically, but through Facebook and through the Tat Chat on YouTube, and Nick and Beck? Sorry! Nick and Andrea, Zahir and Beck, and Carla and Caroline, and all the other YouTubers. I'm trying to think of some they're the main ones that I watch regularly. Yeah, thank you to all of you for all being so nice, so supportive, you know, and all the other resellers and all the people in the Tat Chat. Thank you so much. I have some new friends now. It's very lonely being here. Yeah, I've got acquaintances that I know, and I've got some friends from the Slimming Club. But, you know, it's nice to speak to like-minded people. Really nice. So thank you all very, very much. And resolutions, just to keep going how I'm going. Try and do a bit more. Not burn myself out. Try and lose a bit more weight. I need to get my my HB1C down, which is, for you non-diabetics out there, it's your average blood sugar. Mine's gone up a little bit recently, so I need to get it back down again, and I can do that with losing weight and eating healthier. So after I've enjoyed the festivities and everything that comes with that, I'm going to go back to healthy eating. And I also have downloaded an app on my phone called HG360, which is really handy because it has a pedometer in it. So if you go out with your phone, you can see how many steps you've done. So that's really handy. So I'm going to keep that on my phone. You can also put your calories in. It tells you how many calories you've burnt. You can put your meals in. So although it's a bit faffy doing that, so I just look at calories burnt and steps done. So yeah, I'm really pleased with that app, and I'm really looking forward to 2018 and hoping it is as good as this year. So with that, I'm going to say thank you very much. Happy Christmas, everybody. Hope you have a great time. Have a great new year. I shall speak to you in the new year, hopefully with some pickups and some more sales, and let you know what's going on in my life. So thanks everybody. Take care. Bye.